Hey y'all, it's me, Kia. And girl, let me tell you all about keto.
Keep going.
On January 1st, 2022, I decided I would recommit myself to my fitness goals and aspirations.
New year, new me.
Last year, I was just all over the place when it came to my fitness goals in terms of diet, exercise. I was so inconsistent, didn't have any discipline, and I pretty much maintained my weight the whole year.
Go!
So with the start of a new year, I figured this was the perfect time to start fresh and try keto again. Who? If you're not familiar with keto, pretty much it's a diet that consists of low carbs, moderate protein, and high fat. The ultimate goal of keto is to hit what's called ketosis, which is pretty much a state in which your body is burning fat for energy instead of the typical carbs. Hence why you want to keep your carbs low. So you're ultimately tricking your body into thinking that, hey, I don't have any carbs. Maybe I should burn fat. Bingo. Once you hit the state of ketosis, you'll notice a fast weight loss, reduced appetite, mental clarity, and a lot more energy. So today I'm gonna talk to you about all things keto. Some lessons I learned, because this isn't my first time with keto, what I ate, how I knew I was in ketosis, what I experienced to lose 8 pounds in 21 days.
So it is January 1st, 2022. Happy New Year. Getting ready to step on the scale, get my weight. 96.6. Oh wait, 159.6. Not happy about that weight, but you gotta start somewhere.
So I'll start with the things that I learned. The biggest thing I learned this time around on keto is that not all foods marked low carb or keto friendly will get you to the state of ketosis, which remember is where you ultimately want to be while on keto. So before, when I did keto, I found myself just kind of gravitating towards any food or any recipe that said low carb or keto friendly, because in my mind, I was like, low carb, bet it gotta be safe. But the thing you have to realize is, yes, it says low carb, yes, it says keto friendly, but guess what? It still has carbs. Those things add up. Another thing I learned is you can still have carbs on keto. A lot of people think, oh, low carb just means no bread, no rice, no potatoes. And while those things are high in carbs, just about every food has some type of carbs in it. While on keto, you can have rice, you can have bread, you can even have potatoes. You just have to be very mindful of how much you consume. So if that rice you want so bad, if it has 50 grams of carbs, then guess what? Your cup runneth over and you can't have any more carbs for the day. Another thing I learned is that I am more successful with keto when I am tracking my meals. I personally like to write out my meals first on Saturday, and then I plug them into MyFitnessPal.
So I just finished writing down my meal plan for the next couple weeks. I'm the type of person, I like to write it down. So what I did was, it looks like chicken scratch. I just wrote down like what my target carbs, protein, and grams of fat was, and just wrote out different foods that I can eat. So I think I have a pretty solid plan. I was pretty content with where it said I would be in 5 weeks. So pretty much I put everything in. I added that I would work out and burn at least 200 calories a day, which I do anyway. And it had me at 147 in 5 weeks. So y'all pray for me. I'm gonna try to be consistent. Actually, I will be consistent. I will be consistent. I will have discipline, and I will stick to my meal plan. And hopefully, at the 21-day mark, I'll see some good results. But by 5 weeks, I should be at least 150. But we'll see.
I'm personally a big fan of MyFitnessPal. I think it's easy to set up, and you can set your goals, set your macros, which is just a fancy way of saying protein, carbs, and fats. It kind of just keeps you on track, keeps you accountable, and it's really like an eye-opener when you start plugging in foods and seeing the nutritional value of stuff. One thing I will say is if you're using it for keto, to make sure you pay attention to the nutrition button, because it'll literally show you where you're at for carbs, where you're at for protein, where you're at for fats. So when I used it last year, I was only paying attention to my daily goal and my calorie intake. I didn't really focus on the nutrition aspect, but that button is very, very helpful when you're really trying to keep track of your macros, which is important when you're doing keto. I know some people hate tracking their foods or anti these type of apps, but I will say one thing I like about it is it does remember, popular foods you've ate in the past or past meals. So it makes it easier and faster to just copy and paste. Another thing I learned is obviously how helpful and time efficient meal prepping can be, but also how helpful a food scale can be. So I got that scale from Amazon. It was like $12, and it really comes in handy when it comes to serving sizes, because for some strange reason, labels are still calculating servings in grams. Literally, when I see food servings in grams, I'm just like... So using the scale really kind of just gave me a new perspective and really just made sure that I was entering accurate data into the MyFitnessPal app. Another thing I learned is the value of liquid supplements like oil, especially when it comes to trying to achieve your fat goal for the day. Because baby, 115 grams of fat is a lot harder to eat a day than you think. Speaking of eating, what a great segue into what I ate for the last 3 weeks. So y'all already know how I feel about eating the same thing every day. I need some variety. So for me, that was the hardest adjustment to being on keto, is having to eat the same thing every day. I guess in reality, I could have switched it up, but then I would have had to go back in and add the foods again and recalculate my macros and play Tetris pretty much with the app. And I didn't want to do that. So I found it a lot easier and more efficient to just copy and paste the meals and eat the same thing Monday through Friday. Then on Saturday, I would write out a whole new menu, plug it into the app, and then switch up my meal for that next week. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started out with keto, the first couple days, I was like mad motivated. But then by like day 4, I had what's called the keto flu. And y'all, I had the sniffles, I had a headache, I was mad exhausted. It was not a good day.
So day 4, not a good day. I've had a throbbing headache like the whole day. I'm really tired. I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night. I also started my cycle this week, so I'm usually pretty fatigued when that happens. But yeah, I'm just exhausted. Like today was a drag, and I kind of just want to sleep, take some Motrin, go to bed.
I even snuck in a snack.
I guess what makes me feel a little bit better is that they're healthy-ish.
But then I realized, like, when I cheat, I'm really just cheating myself. So before I dive into what I ate each week, just keep in mind you have to measure out your food. Remember, you want to make sure you are consuming a certain amount of carbs, a certain amount of fat, and a certain amount of protein each day. So, I'll tell you what I ate, but just adjust yours accordingly to make sure you're fitting in your macros specific to you. And that's why it helps to have, the MyFitnessPal app, because it'll literally calculate everything for you. So the first week I had a protein shake for breakfast. I got this awesome keto protein from Amazon, and in my shake I used spinach, heavy whipping cream, avocado, extra virgin olive oil.
Olive oil?
Yes, olive oil. Olive oil is great for reaching your fat goal for the day, because that bad boy has 28 grams of fat for 2 tablespoons. For snack, I had 2 pieces of string cheese. And then for lunch, chicken and broccoli. For my afternoon snack, I had 2 boiled eggs. And then for dinner, I had chicken and broccoli again. Throughout the day, if I got hungry, I munched on pickles, which are great for keto because they literally have 0 protein, 0 fat, and less than 1 gram of carbs. So I would munch on those, or I would drink my lemon water. I also had coffee every day, and I would use heavy whipping cream as a creamer.
My first time using heavy whipping cream as a creamer, so let's see how it tastes. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So today is Sunday. I'm just getting my meal prep out the way. This week for breakfast, I'm gonna do some cereal with some almond milk, and then I have my boiled eggs boiling right now. So cereal and eggs. For snack, I'm gonna have these keto coconut mix. It's like a trail mix, keto friendly. For lunch, I'm gonna do some tuna with some bread, mayo, and then for snack will be my cheese sticks. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do my keto shake. So she's right here, babe.
On the third week for breakfast, ooh, I had a good breakfast, y'all. I had 2 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, some avocado, and some spinach. For lunch, I had the same protein shake I had for breakfast a couple weeks ago. And then for dinner, I had some chicken and a Brussels sprout and carrot blend. During this past week, I did notice I was a lot hungrier during the day, especially since I didn't account for any type of snacks. So what I ended up doing that helped me out was adjust kind of when I was eating my meals. So for example, for breakfast, I would have a piece of bread, 1 egg, and maybe 2 pieces of bacon. And then for a snack, have that other egg and that other piece of bacon and another piece of bread. You know, just kind of broke it up a little bit, still maintained the same menu, but just adjusted when I ate so that I wasn't so hungry as much. And then of course I had my coffee and I had my pickles. As far as working out, I'm a very active person. I typically work out Monday through Friday and it's pretty vigorous. On the weekends, I do a lighter workout. I may go for a walk around the block or ride my bike. I personally don't recommend working out the first couple days you're on keto. I thought that I was good to work out by like day 3.
So I am day 3 of keto. I didn't incorporate any working out over the weekend when I first started, just because I wanted to get my body kind of used to the diet, make sure I had enough energy, and just see how my body was feeling. So today I woke up, I felt good, and I felt like I could try to get in a workout. So going forward, I'm gonna start working out and including some weights and some cardio into my day-to-day routine. So I just finished up a weightlifting session. That's why I'm kind of out of breath. But I'm about to finish up the workout with a mile run.
But it ended up being a bad idea because on that 4th day, I was so exhausted and my body just felt fatigued. So I personally would recommend taking a break the first couple days from working out, kind of give your body some time to acclimate and adjust to the new diet. Because after that first week, I had so much more energy, so much more motivation, and was a lot more pumped to get in my workout. Now, how to determine if you've reached ketosis. So there's a couple different ways to measure if you're in ketosis. I ended up purchasing keto strips from, you guessed it, Amazon. And they work by measuring the level of ketones in your urine. The thing about keto is it's very easy to get out of ketosis. And it's so annoying. Like you'll be having a good couple days and then boom, too many carbs and you're out of ketosis. Then you gotta recommit for a couple of days to get back into that keto sweet spot. So I thought these test strips were an awesome, easy way to measure where I was at as far as my ketosis state. The last thing I'll say about keto is make sure you do your own research, right? Like, I'm not a nutritionist. I can only share my experience. You know, the keto diet isn't for everyone. If you have certain health conditions, you don't want to do keto, make sure you're drinking your water, staying hydrated. You'll notice your appetite will decrease, but try to avoid not eating, right? Because remember, you still got to maintain that level of ketosis. So not enough fats will take you out of ketosis. So avoid the tendency to not eat even though you're not hungry, and drink your water, you know, stay hydrated. I had the keto flu. I kind of talked about it earlier, where I had a really bad headache and the sniffles. I also got constipated, TMI. But just try to have fun with it. There's so many different recipes. There's so many, you know, IG handles, or Pinterest is a good resource to kind of discover new recipes. Plug them into your app and try to incorporate them each week. Have fun with it. You know, don't be so uptight. You don't have to just eat eggs, oil, and chicken because you're on keto. You got this. If you guys enjoyed this convo, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, I listed my favorite keto foods that have either high fat, high protein, and little to no carbs. Also, I included a website below that'll kind of help you calculate your macros based on your age, your weight, your BMI. I personally like to do less than 50 grams of carbs a day, 115 grams of fat, and 75 grams of protein. And I have been loving my results.
So it's day 21. I'm getting ready to get my weight. Yes, 151.8. So what's that? 8 pounds in 21 days? 80. So I just wanted to get my measurements on camera. This is obviously day 1. Hopefully, you know, in 21 days, I'll be smaller. So I'm measuring right at my belly button, and I'm at 34 inches. You can see that. Just want to get my measurement real quick. See how much I lost in my waist. So I am right at 32 inches. I gotta hurry up because I must be late for work.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will call you later. Toodles.
Subscribe.